inside scoop game review for BioShock Infinite. As you first begin the game, to whichever mode you wish, whether it's easy, medium, or hard, you'll come upon a character named Booker DeWitt, who's a private investigator from New York City. The story begins when Booker DeWitt is given an assignment from two mysterious characters that you'll later on discover throughout the game to save a young girl named Elizabeth. Despite his fair warnings in the beginning inside of a lighthouse, he continues further to complete his mission with entering what seems to be a time/traveling machine if willed. With this beautiful display, you'll come upon the city of Columbia, a city that is suspended in the air with a machinery levitation, giant blimps, and balloons. With this levitation, you can definitely say the city is far different from older histories of BioShock underwater city of Rapture. But before you continue further with the game, you come upon quotes and scriptures that are in mind giving secretive hints. With his rebellious habits of gambling and drinking, he is forced to be, as they say, reborn in order to enter Columbia despite his skeptical beliefs on faith and unwilling to accept the idea that he could possibly be absolved of his past sins. After accepting Columbia's faith, he is now awakening inside of the city itself. Despite some negative reviews, graphics and the details itself within the game is quite amazing. The character is capable of going anywhere he wishes within the game to collect its items, whether it's food, coins, power upgrades, and or etc. You'll still run into some video clips and secretive passages of characters within the game, giving inside scoop on how life is truly inside the city of Columbia, despite what the city itself portrays in the beginning as a wholesome, carefree, peaceful environment. What's nice about the environment at first hand is the ability to play mini games inside of its opening fair, listening to some musical band performances, and attending some bars. You'll soon learn that the city is dark and mysterious with some racial encounters. As you being Booker DeWitt, you will have to decide what's right and what's wrong throughout the game, with certain decision outbreaks. I don't know exactly how the story plays out if you decide to make different decisions from each gameplay mode, but it's possible that the results at the end will still come out the same. After your attempt capture with the police officers, you'll immediately jump into some graphic action sequence, having to defeat bosses in certain situations. Although times your fighting sequence may be difficult, you're capable of receiving some high-level bosses' previous powers, giving you the ability to defeat certain situations much easier than before. With earning some new features with the game, you'll finally come into some glimpse of who's responsible of Columbia's negative mishaps. This mysterious character revealed is no other than Comstock. Claiming to have received a vision of future and founded Columbia itself, Comstock likes to refer to himself as the Prophet. To maintain his mysterious leadership role, Comstock eschews historical figures such as Abraham Lincoln to be as the devil that led America astray and having his own cult personality groups which protects his secrets with weaving into mythology. Of course, your character will then be put into deeper situations and a bit misguided throughout the game in rescuing Elizabeth. But when you do find Elizabeth, you'll immediately learn that she's no ordinary person that you meet next door, with claims of being Lady Comstock's daughter, but also Comstock as well, and her being the new lamb of this religious aspect. Elizabeth is capable of perceiving interactive dimensional tears across Columbia. She also is capable of picking locks and having a well-knowledge in geography and medicine, which will be quite helpful throughout the game. Because of being withheld from the outside world, Elizabeth will at times become distracted, will wish to visit Paris, and refusal of everyone to be captured by her father, Comstock, or his cults.
Well, come dance with me, Mr.
I don't dance. Come on, let's go.
Why? What could be better than this?
How about Paris?
Paris? I don't understand. How could we get there?
That's where that airship's going, but if you want to stay and dance, we
No,
can...
let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go right now.
But later on in the game, Elizabeth becomes more eager to destroy what Comstock has created from his so-called floating in reality, an actual battleship which destroys lives by switching to different tiers. Sadly, with switching to different tiers, you and Elizabeth will soon learn that history has immediately changed for the worse and a civil war outbreak has begun from different factions of citizens, each trying to control the city from the powers that become an outbreak. The only way to possibly resolve all of this madness is to kill Comstock himself. While you're going through the aspects of difficult battles, Elizabeth will help you find extra ammo, health, and power rejuvenations, and even open tiers of equipment that can help you throughout your battles. If you ever fail on your missions, Elizabeth is close by. She can help revive you back to life, and you can even continue your battles. But don't worry about Elizabeth. She manages to take care of herself within hiding into certain barriers, but never actually help you per se in battles with shooting at other enemies. After all is said and done, and you kill Comstock, you and Elizabeth will soon learn the true nature on what actually happened to her, and why Booker DeWitt can never forgive himself with all of what he has done in the past. As a spoiler, you find out that Elizabeth is actually DeWitt's daughter, has sold her off to the very two characters in the beginning of this game. Isn't that crazy?
You chose to walk away.
But that's not the only spoiler for this intense ending. You'll begin to travel through dimensions and time with Elizabeth and constantly run into having to choose to be reborn. After rejecting numerous of times of requests of being reborn, Elizabeth will then bring her previous past and future selves into her varied dimensions. Of course, we don't want to spoil your absolute ending, but we must say we did not see this one coming. From all of its action-packed twists and turns and pleasant story plot, I have to give this game a 9.5, a definite must-have or at least rent and play. Receiving trophies are fairly easy on this game, and on my first round alone, I was capable of receiving a result of 50% of trophies. I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching PSV Close-Up Game Review of BioShock Infinite.